Hi everyone, I'm Anna and this is Anna Speaks Out. Thanks for being here and a special welcome and thank you to the newest subscribers. So not too long ago I made a video about the global walkout and covered all of the steps up to the current one, and today is the latest update on that. As you can hear in the background, my baby is very excited about it. So let's hear what it is from one of the leaders of the global walkout movement.
Hello, Reignite family. It is step number 19 of the global walkout. We are actually going to revisit step number 1, which is all about keeping cash alive. I've had reports from all over the world that this has been the most successful campaign that we've had, but also it's really been empowering for people, and you'll see why. Since then, we've also established a business version of Keeping Cash Alive campaign as well. So you can participate in this as a consumer or as a business owner, and I'm going to show you how. It's really, really easy. So firstly, go to the link in the description and you'll see this printout, okay? It's very cheap to print. It's black and white, and there are 10 cards per piece of paper. So you cut it into 10 pieces, and then you'll end up with something like this. And then what you do is you put it right into your wallet here, okay? And every time that you pay with cash, you give this little piece of paper to the cashier, and I've never had a bad response. All I do is I put it with my cash and then I give it to them and I say, oh, we're just doing a campaign talking about keeping cash alive. You can read it in your own time. And then I walk away. And I'm telling you, it feels good to leave a shop thinking that maybe, just maybe, you planted a seed. Anyway, I'm going to read the card to you. I paid cash today for a reason. 1, to save this business money on transaction fees. Makes sense. Number 2, to give the business more control over their profits. Number 3, to support my local economy and community. Number 4, to keep my purchases and location anonymous. And number 5, to keep cash alive. And then there's a website at the bottom too. So people who don't understand why keeping cash alive is important, they'll actually go to that website and they'll be able to read dot points about it. As a business owner, you can also download a poster, an A4 poster, or you can make your own, or you can blow it up and you can display it on your countertop. You might even consider giving a small discount to people who pay cash. I've actually seen that happening a lot. And I'm telling you now, try it for yourself and you will see that it is really empowering. And you feel like in that moment, you are doing something to help the freedom movement.
And I want to make the point that, as you kind of saw demonstrated in the intro to this video, this is not just something that would be kind of nice to do and sort of improve things a little bit. This is actually a pretty pressing issue, especially here in the United States where I live. The Hill put out an article in January of 2023 called "The Cashless Future is Here. So is Big Brother. Is getting rid of the dollar bill a good idea?" And it reads, "America may soon be poised to go cashless. Now the nation must decide if ditching the dollar bill is a good idea. 2/5 of Americans, so about 40%, used no cash in 2022. Back in 2015, by contrast, fewer than 1/4 of consumers went cashless, according to Pew surveys. So that amount almost doubled in just 7 years. And then in a separate poll, 3/5 of consumers told Gallup they used cash only on occasion last year, twice the share of 5 years ago. So this is really making me think about using cash more often myself, which I have to admit I actually hardly ever do. And I hadn't really thought anything of it until I started seeing this stuff about the issues with it. And as a reminder, you can even pay bills in cash sometimes. As an example, back when I had a Target credit card, which thank God that I don't anymore because that was dangerous, and they're a woke corporation that I don't really want to support anymore, but I was able to pay my credit card bill at the customer service desk inside of a physical store rather than just doing it online or on the phone. So there are options like that available a lot of the time. This is the landing page that the little printouts that you can hand out direct people to. Why bother keeping cash alive? And I'm going to go over my favorite points from each of the sections here. What impact does using cash have on small to medium businesses? What's wrong with a cashless society? And what are the technological implications of a cashless society? What impact does using cash have on small to medium businesses? Businesses save money instantly on transaction fees. And when there are no transaction fees, that eliminates the need for a minimum purchase requirement, as is sometimes the case with debit or credit card purchases. at some businesses, so that would make it more convenient for the consumers. My other favorite point here is that if you can help save that business money, they are more likely to keep staff employed and give back to their local community. That's just a great thing to have occur. Next section, what's wrong with the cashless society? My favorite point here is number 2. Tech companies have invested heavily in making electronic transactions secure, but hackers are always one step ahead. In a world of 100% electronic payments, the risk of falling victim to fraud rises significantly. That's a very good point, and it's very important to have a way around that. Next, if cash dies, your location and purchases will be tracked automatically. You won't be able to opt out or unsubscribe. That's a serious thing as well. People in abusive situations are often financially reliant on their abuser. If cash is removed, their way out will be that much harder or close to impossible. As a prior victim of domestic abuse myself, this really rings true for me. And finally, what are the technological implications of a cashless society? My favorite point here is cash protects you from being at the mercy of electronic forms of payments during power outages and looming high energy costs. That's kind of the automatic thought that my mind goes to when I think about everything being cashless, is the risk of this happening. And that is all for today. Just a quick update on the latest step of the global walkout. As you might be able to tell from my voice, I am rather sick today and can't do too much, but I didn't want to leave you hanging for too long. Anyway, I hope this gave you something good to think about. Please leave your thoughts in the comments below, and if you would like to support what I do here, check out the description to support me on Patreon, through the merch store, or just by watching my monetized videos on Rumble. And this is also making me think maybe I should get a P.O. box so that you would have the option of sending a cash donation through the regular mail, or just anything that you want to send just for fun. And I would definitely feature anything like that on the channel. That would be very fun. Have a wonderful night, afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time zone you are in, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.